Hey, what's up guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of Nations United, MLB edition, right here on MLB The Show 19. Today we continue on with trying to build this Tigers team that's currently 7-54 on the season. Now there was the bit of controversy, not controversy, but the bit of indecision in the last episode that led us to not taking part in the Rule 5 draft and having a god-awful draft. Just horrible luck in general. Mitch Vargas is really the only strong addition that we picked up. And in the aftermath, in the comments, I asked you guys to let me know what do you think we should do. Number one, when it comes to the Rule 5 draft, which we will be utilizing in the same way that we utilized it in Draft to Glory with the Red Series last year. One pitcher, one position player, and what nations should be allowed. So what we're going to be doing is the U.S., of course, not going to be allowed. Cuba, the Dominican, but countries like Nicaragua, of course, will be in, the Netherlands, Canada, and the big two that are going to be allowed, Japan and Mexico. Those will be allowed as well because, unfortunately, I don't know how much success we're going to have if those two nations weren't allowed. I have to be honest. I think it would be pretty goddamn brutal. So we are going to allow those nations to be utilized in this series. I will hopefully remember to put a list down in the description below. But we are going to have the likes of Panama as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think Panama was going to be in. I don't remember. Maybe they weren't. I think we took a Panamanian in the last one. We'll figure it out in due time. The obvious ones at the very least, you know, DR, Cuba, the US, and aside from that, we'll see what the hell happens, I guess, is how we're going to play this one. So for now, we just need to quick sim to the end of this season. We'll get a quick recap of what went on around the league as Archie Bradley's been dealt to Oakland. I guess they're going for it again. We'll get a quick recap of what's going on around the league in the offseason. We're not going to have too much to attend to. Obviously, the main event there will be the Rule 5 draft, and hopefully we are able to bring in two decent options because obviously this team needs a lot of work. 17 wins and the losses just keep adding up. There's a chance we're not going to win 20 games. There's a very good chance. I mean, there's a month left still, but I would not be surprised if we manage to win less than 20 games. And that's looking more and more likely as the days go by. 20 wins on the dot. 20 wins, 142 losses. We have a long way to go. Oh, you don't say that we didn't make the playoffs. It's Cleveland and Boston in the AL wildcard. Winner plays Houston. The Yankees and Royals are in. And in the NL, it's Washington and LA. That should be interesting. The winner plays the Mets. San Diego plays St. Louis. Let's take a look. We'll save the awards for the end. Let's save the awards for the end. So we'll sim to the offseason. The winner of the World Series this year, the New York Yankees, beat the Dodgers. Nobody's happy, except Yankees fans. They win it in 6 games. They beat the Red Sox en route to get there. So for the awards, Joey Gallo wins World Series MVP. Aaron Hicks and Corey Seager leading their teams en route to that appearance. Chris Sale and Michael Conforto both win MVP. Cy Young to Sale and Jake DeGrom. Batting titles to Carlos Santana and Freddie Freeman for the second year in a row. Roberto Osuna wins Reliever of the Year, as does Kenley Jansen. Mike Ford wins Rookie of the Year at 27 years old, as does Lewin Diaz, a little bit younger at 23. Hank Aaron Award to Freddie Freeman and Carlos Santana as we bring this season to a close, quick and easy. We will have to take care of the staff members, retired players. I mean, there's going to be a lot, of course. Any Hall of Famers? Indeed, Robinson Cano with that .299 average. Damn shame. So Zimmerman's obviously gone. And in terms of the staff, we need a hitting coach and a first base coach. That hitting coach will probably be Tony Perezchica. Perezchica. Lauren Cole. What the hell is your name, Lauren? Is that real? Is that real? Genuine question. I wish you didn't have the boost to drag bunning. That kind of sucks. Plate vision. Let's see. Power plate vision discipline. Let's go for Justin Reese. Let's go for Justin Reese as our hitting coach. We're going to have to throw you a lot of money. From there, it was first base coach. We will be looking at Ryan Mascara. Yep, Ryan, congratulations. A winner is you. Please sign that contract. That would be great. Mascara's on. And we don't yet know. Reese went to the Nationals, totally dicking us over by taking that long. So hitting coach-wise, if we... God, who the hell can we even go for at this point? Buster Drummond is an amazing name, but the boosts aren't all that great. I gotta be honest. Plate discipline. Wow, that guy really screwed us over by taking that long to wait. What a dick. Tsuyoshi Combs. Tsuyoshi Combs. You're not great, but you're good enough. Please sign that deal. So in terms of re-signing players, obviously Jed Jordan is going to be one that we have to care about. We will be re-signing him for, let's go for 2 years, just to get that deal over and done with. John Kita, we also have to worry about. And who else do we have to deal with here? Castillo, obviously, will be let go of. Damn shame. Angler Caden Lemons is an amazing, amazing name. But obviously not someone that we have to worry about re-signing. So for now, it is just good old Jed Jordan. Good old Jed Jordan will be signed. Relievers, well, and the other guy too. Relievers, oh God. See, this is rough because I want to make sure that I don't screw this up and miss out on anybody. So I mean, catcher-wise, we didn't have anybody. Sam McMillan will be dropped. All of these guys will be dropped, and that's fine. Okay, I'll be honest. I forgot to write down who we drafted already. So I'm panicking and trying to make sure that I don't accidentally forget to re-sign somebody, because most of you would never let me live that down, and it would be a pretty damn brutal mistake. So I'm just trying to make sure. I know that we took outfielders. So we have Tanaka and Michael Chen. Tanaka's not great, but we'll still sign him. Tanaka and Chen. Garlobo is not ours, of course. I think that's it, right? It was Jordan, Kita, Tanaka, Chen, and then the guys that we picked up before. If I'm not mistaken, that was it. I am petrified of making a mistake, but I'm pretty sure those were all of the players that I had to worry about. So let's make sure we re-sign our dudes. And Michael Chen needs a deal. He's still on a minor league deal, which is pretty nice. And with that, we should be fine. God help me if I forgot anybody. That would be pretty brutal. And then the 40-man, I don't think I have to worry about losing anybody, as a key player. So we should be good to move forward. If I forgot somebody, then I'll never live it down, I'm sure. Let's sim to the beginning of free agency. Brad Hand stays in Houston. Paxton in Oakland. Doolittle to the Red Sox. Blake Treinen to the Red Sox. Combs is going to be our hitting coach. Carlos Santana signs. Mookie Betts goes to Oakland. Man, Oakland. Jesus Christ, Oakland. Whit Merrifield as well. They are going for it. Liam Hendriks to Cleveland. Holy shit. Talk about going for it. Good Lord. Where the hell did they get the money? That's my question. Where the hell did you get the money? Sal Quintero. Oh, okay, yeah, it's our draft class, Vargas and Quintero. I'm like, where the hell did you guys come from? So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it, right? We had the 2 guys and then the 4 guys from the first draft that were actually worth signing. I'm pretty sure that was it, and that these are the key players, and I am going to make sure that I have it all written down so that I cannot possibly botch this again and potentially screw it up. Although, I feel like I already did, and that I forgot somebody. So, time will tell. whether or not I've done goofed. But yeah, we'll move forward for now. I think we're okay. I hope that we're okay. If anything, though, we wouldn't have lost anybody that's going to set us back by, you know, another year or two. We'll be okay. I don't want the trade. Although, for the love of God, can I trade Miggy? Said he might be able to win something. Anybody want Miguel Cabrera? Anybody? The Orioles want Miguel Cabrera. A lot of teams want Miguel Cabrera. Okay. Can I do a deal that's just for prospects, though? Like, just, I need to know if any team... Okay, good. Teams can take on the cap. So, if I were to say, give me Clarence Beverly. Alright, what team has the best chance to win? Where do I send Miguel Cabrera? I am so tempted to send him back to Miami. Although I feel like that would be cruel. I mean, the team that has the best chance to win are the goddamn Athletics. Do they have the money? They don't. Shocker. Oh, Miggy. Miggy, where do you want to go, buddy? Where do you want to go? He still hit .319 for us last year. That's insanity. Miggy, I don't know where to send you, man. I want to send you to a winner. But, goddamn. I just want to send you to a team that might have a chance to win. You know, the Red Sox have a shitload of money to spend. So, you know what? You can't go to Boston. Can you go to the Yankees? Even the Yankees can't afford you. Jesus Christ. Baltimore, Tampa. I'm sure the Dodgers can't afford you. Oakland can't afford you. Where the hell am I? Can I send you to Miami? Alright, I'm taking Stone Garrett. We're sending Miguel Cabrera back to the Marlins. And what happens to him from there, time will tell. But, hey, despite how unlikely it sounds, he will literally have more success there than he would have here. Let's get to our first Rule 5 officially. Do we have anybody available? Even if they're garbage, we will benefit from having them. And we will not be picking up a starting pitcher this year. No closers, so if we're going to be getting anybody, it's going to be a reliever. And it is not looking good. Again, I wish you could just scroll through these names. Venezuela has not been permitted. So we won't be picking up anybody there. I don't think we're going to be getting a reliever this year. Dominican, J.B. Wendelken. This isn't looking good. Nick Birdie's out of Illinois. Trevor Kelly is from Rhode Island. I think we are screwed. Montana Durapeau. Nope. Caleb. Nope, you're from Montana. What's up with Montana? Paradis. Nope. Carlos Ramirez. Nope. All right, so hopefully there's a position player. Otherwise, Jesus, what a waste. Puerto Rico, not permitted. Dustin Fowler. So we permit the Rule 5 draft, right? And then there's nobody that we can even get in the Rule 5 draft. What a swift kick to the groin that is. My God, that sucks. This is going to be challenging enough. Get to the goddamn Rule 5. Nobody available. What a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So with that, we arrive at spring training. I am going to have to fill out this roster, obviously, because we currently have pretty much nobody signed. We got a couple of guys signed that signed multi-year deals while I was filling out the roster, but it is pretty barren. And apparently Sam McMillan stuck around, so good for him. And again, hopefully I didn't botch it and accidentally let somebody go who I shouldn't have. But I think we're good. So I will see you guys once we are closer to the draft, because for now it's just going to be filling out this roster and making the best of it. There are no scouts that are better than what we already have. So I'll see you guys at the draft, and we need to hope that we get somebody, because the Rule 5, first year of eligibility, was a complete bust. All right, the draft is upon us, thank God, because we've only won 3 games out of 57. Unfortunately, it's not shaping up to be a very good draft. Again, despite having Mexico included. And I've updated the list. I think it's down to just no U.S., Dominican Republic, Cuba, Venezuela, and Puerto Rico. Even with that, we don't have a catcher. Well, actually we do, because David Varela is available. Sorry, I forgot he was Panamanian. So we have one catcher, no first baseman available, no second baseman, no third baseman. We have, I think, the shortstop. Yep, Roger Gomez is there. He's not good. And then we have some outfielders. It's so bad. And I can't believe how many goddamn Venezuelans are in the draft. Now, Venezuela's a good baseball country, but Jesus, man. The entire draft is Venezuela. It's insanity. We do have the number 1 pick, which is horrifying. So here's what we have, right? Here's what we have. And we, of course, did discover everybody in the region. So I know it seemed like, oh, you didn't have anybody discovered. Trust me, we looked. That was it. So David Varela is available. He is not exactly a number 1 overall pick, though, is he? I think that's fair to say. At first, we have nobody. At second, we have nobody. At third, we apparently have nobody. This is horrifying. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's not looking good. We do have Gomez, who looks a little bit better than the catcher, at least, because of his arm, now that we're including Mexico. Benito Ortega, Venezuela, because of course it is. Rex Hatau, though. The Canadian. Sexy Rexy. Looking good. Jesus, I actually didn't realize he was that good. So right now, Rex Hatau, the Huto, Rex Pokemon is the best option. Darren Major is even better. Potentially. So we're looking at 2 outfielders. Because Ken Marquez out of Mexico is awful. What about Jason Ruffin? Not as good as the other 2. Another Canadian. Dusty Paulson, another Canadian. And Demetrius Schaefer, another Canadian. Not looking that good. Pitching-wise, Cabrera is not eligible. What about Alan Boykin? Alan Boykin is. Damn, he's all right. He might have to be the top pick here. Killian Harper out of Canada as well, but Boykin's looking better. Charlie Hudson out of Mexico. So we got a couple of pitchers that are good and 2 outfielders that are good for the looks of it. Felipe Lucero is also available. BJ Haubrick also looking, Heath Ruth. Good old Heath Ruth is honestly looking pretty damn good. And Ledford out of Panama is also available. These 2 both look pretty good. Ledford in particular because of that ETA. From there, though, again, it's not great. And then relievers, we have options, but we're not taking a reliever first overall. Although Eric Encarnacion could be an amazing closer, but that's the type of guy that you want to get in the second round. And there is another option, Gary Salinas. So we can go for one of the 2 outfielders in Hito or Major. And I think just the extra power that Major... It's either Darren Major, and I know the 65 potential scary as shit because it's basically confirmed, or we go for one of the pitchers, and I feel like we have to go for one of the pitchers because of it. Ledford was only a 70. Ready very soon, though. And again, Boykin's not bad either. So there's a really good closer, a couple of good pitchers, and a good outfielder that could make up the 3rd round for us. Oh, man. Or the first 3 rounds, I should say. This is tough in terms of who to pick and when. Let's look at Boykin again. Ridiculous velocity and break. Ridiculous stamina as well. Ruth doesn't have that 75 confirmed. This sucks. I don't know who to take first overall. To me, it's not exactly a clear decision. I'm going to take Eric Encarnacion, number 1 overall. I might regret this, but there are multiple outfielders I like, multiple starters that I like. There's one closer that I like. Gary Salinas is okay. We're taking Eric Encarnacion, the closer, now that Mexico is available to us. And we will see how much I regret that decision. Darren Major's off the board. He goes to Oakland. Them taking him that early makes me think, again, high overall. We have to hope it's a low potential to have me not completely regret that decision. Who's still available? A lot of players. Boykin, Ruth, Ledford. Salinas is still there. You have another reliever. What about in the outfield? Both the outfielders I wanted are gone. That was a mistake. We should have taken at least one of them. We should have taken one of them first. I didn't expect them to both be off the board, though. That sucks. That really sucks. We should have taken an outfielder first and then gone for a starter or the closer if Encarnacion wasn't there. But I was hoping with that one dude being a 65 that he would still be available in a bit. And unfortunately, he's not. So for me right now, it comes down to Boykin, Hudson, or Ledford. And again, Boykin's looking pretty damn good. Hudson's not that bad. And then Ledford. I know what Huth is listed as. I'm going to go with Boykin because of the stamina, the velocity, the break. Let's go for Alan Boykin. This could be, I was going to say starting pitching heavy, and then I saw Ledford go off the board. That decision in the first round might be something I regret for a while. These are all the players that we have left, including the closer, an outfielder, or this is just going to be a starting pitching heavy draft. I think it has to be, because we're going for Charlie Hudson next, as I believe he was the best of the bunch. And he is. So we're taking another starter. It's Charlie Hudson. 3 pitchers to begin this draft. And unfortunately, we might be out of picks. We are. That's it for our draft. We're out after the 3rd round. So even with Mexico included, nobody is left for us after that 3rd round. This could be more of a difficult challenge than I think any of us imagined, especially myself, out of the gates here. This could be rough. Let's take a look at our picks. Okay, then. Whew, so we may have made a mistake taking a closer number 1 overall, but at least he's the next Mariano Rivera. Holy shit. Whew, 98 potential at 20 years old, 69 overall. He's never going to get a chance to play because we're never going to be in a winning situation to close games. But Eric Encarnacion is on this team. Good God. We also have Alan Boykin, who was so close to being B potential, but he is a solid C potential option at 18 years old and a 65. Charlie Hudson will also be signed. So we did well with all 3 of our picks, given the limited amount of options. I don't think I can be that upset about taking Encarnacion. And the only real question here is, can I spot the guys early on? Major, good overall, awful potential. There's a chance he's going to decline because of that potential, so I don't regret that. And I like who we ended up with over Salinas. So we made the right choice. It didn't look like it in the moment, but I'm fairly happy with who we ended up with. It just sucks that there isn't an abundance of players available to us and that we are running out of options. I don't know if it's because of the poor discovery ratings, but I am getting at the point where it's like, okay, everyone, you found everyone for this player type in this area, and you got to figure we have 4 scouts working on the international region at the same time, so there's only so many options. But I feel a lot better, as you do, when you draft a guy with 98 potential. That helps quite a bit. Wow, Hatau would have been a disaster had we not gotten that closer. He's good for a C potential, but overall, we did well. I didn't think that was going to be the case whatsoever, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right, but we desperately need to catch a break moving forward in terms of just getting players to help fill out this damn roster. I am going to go through another Rule 5 today. Let's keep going. This hasn't been the longest episode, but let's keep going here, and we'll see what we can do in terms of, filling out this team, and just hopefully, there is somebody available to us at the end of this season. Because right now we have the 2 outfielders, a shortstop, and then the rest is pitching staff. It's going to take a long time, obviously, to just fill out this roster with everyday players, let alone getting to the point where we have depth players. And it's going to take even longer than it did in the Cincinnati Reds draft to glory from last year. Check that out if you haven't already. We also did a Blue Jays series last year, and considering franchise mode is the same goddamn thing, you know, it's not like you're missing the new factor between MLB The Show 18 and MLB The Show 19. As Carlos Carrasco has been moved to the Cubs for Anthony Rizzo. So hopefully, again, we've already lost 100 games this year. The power of Miguel Cabrera winning us 20 games last year. The hope here is that there's just somebody in the Rule 5. I got to be honest, last year it was going to be, okay, there's no pitcher, maybe I'll take 2 position players. There wasn't anybody there. We should be hitting the point soon, though, that a lot more players are in the Rule 5 draft. It's going to have to be the case. Of course, we're using the most recent Ryden rosters, which are a little bit older. They were, I think, at the end of the deadline. So, I don't know, maybe some of the overalls and potentials, maybe some of the prospects, you know, maybe some things are, quote-unquote, a little bit out of date. But we shall see. As you get a look at the playoffs, Oakland only made the wild card, all those moves. And they only made the wild card, but they could perhaps win the World Series. They do not. The New York Yankees, for the 2nd year in a row, have beaten the LA Dodgers in the final. This one went 7, and they ultimately fall short again due to the Dodgers. So heartbreak continues for the Dodgers. As we had a Rookie of the Year. It's not a player who's actually ours, though, so that sucks. We'll take a look here. Postseason MVPs Luke Voit and Max Muncy. World Series MVP was 24-year-old Cole Tucker. Most valuable player MVP. I was going to say most and M. Most valuable player Chris Sale and Michael Conforto for the 2nd year in a row for both of them. Sale wins his 3rd straight Cy Young as DeGrom wins his 2nd in a row. Batting title to Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman as well. Betts hit .342. Jesus. Archie Bradley was reliever of the year, as was Kenley Jansen for the 2nd year in a row. Randolph Gassaway, who's a random nobody, won Rookie of the Year with a .209 batting average. Did nobody else play rookies this year? This guy's going to be pumped. His contract's up. Maybe someone will sign him. Hunter Green wins it in the NL. That is a joke that this guy just won Rookie of the Year. He had 16 home runs and 50 RBI. Hank Aaron Award to Conforto and Mookie Betts to round out the awards. So that is Season 3 in the books already. And again, yes, these first few seasons are going to fly by as Tadahito Tanaka just retired. We lost a lot of guys due to ability, including a draft pick who I had a feeling wouldn't make it all that long. Tad Tanaka has retired due to ability, which is not surprising. So if you felt bad enough about that draft pick before, feel worse about it now. No Hall of Fame inductees this year. We do have to hire some staff members. But again, these first few years are going to fly by because there's no point in dragging them out, you know, or really trying to build it up to anything than what it is. This is a simming series, a long-term investment before this team starts to win something. As Bill Kidd might be the best option. I think he is. He's 38 too. -2 in blocking though. I don't know if I like that. Do we have someone who doesn't have a minus? Brian Butterfield! Oh yeah, we're getting the Butterfield on 3rd base. Gotta get Butterfield. That's the best name to chirp in the majors. Friggin' Butterfield. Our farm director, Dave Roberts. Well, it's better than you being a manager, isn't it? If we can bring in Dave Roberts as a farm director, we're sending Dave Roberts to the farm. Dodgers fans would prefer to probably send him to the glue factory. Butterfield's in, Roberts is in, we're looking good. That brings us to free agency. So let's take a look here. Terms of the re-signings. Let's start off at shortstop just to make sure Quintero is good to go. Not exactly crazy development from him, but we'll sign him up. In center, we now only have Michael Chen, who's still a 55. That's horrifying. And then we go to our pitchers. So starters. None of these. Nope. Yep. Mitch Vargas is ours. Sign up old Mitch, Casto, Cervantes. None of these guys are ours, so we don't have to worry about any more of those. Relievers, we don't have any natural relievers, and we don't have our closer, so we're good to go. That's all we had to do for now, and we shouldn't be at risk of losing anybody to the 40-man. Keita's on the 40-man, Jordan's on the 40-man, and yeah, I mean, we're good with Quintero. I'm going to add him to the 40-man just to make sure, and we'll also add Michael Chen. So there we go. Those are the only players that we have to show through 3 seasons aside from who we just drafted, as Freddie Freeman goes to the Cubs, Salvi Perez to the Angels. Whit Merrifield gets dealt again, this time to the Rockies. I guess that wasn't a preferred move from Oakland. Perhaps a negative situation. Steve Chiswick, I can never pronounce his name correctly, dealt 1-for-1 for Andrelton Simmons. That's ridiculous. Let's get to the Rule 5, man. We need somebody, please. Zach Wheeler to the Braves. Mike Very Polish to the Yankees. Osuna to the Marlins. No trades, please. Thank you very much. I'd prefer to wallow in my misery. Alex Claudio to the Phillies. So close to another Rule 5 in this episode. Chris Bryant to the Cardinals. Conforto to the Angels, so they're stocking up a little bit. Lindor to Milwaukee. Corey Seager to Arizona. Javi Baez to the Giants. As we are within range of the Rule 5. Eddie Rosario to Seattle. JD Martinez to the Cubs. And that brings us to the Rule 5. We know we're going to have the number 1 pick. Corey Seager dealt mid-Rule 5 to Oakland. And there we go. We know we're going to have the number 1 pick. For the love of God, give us somebody. There's nobody. Valentin, nope. Gomez, nope. No position players. Why is the Rule 5 empty? Jesus. Devin Smeltzer, no. Weigel, no. Finnegan, no. Chris O'Grady, no. Osmer Morales, no. So it's going to have to be a reliever or 2. I pray to God there's somebody. This is going to be a much more difficult challenge than I ever expected. Holy hell. This is gonna suck. This is brutal, man. There was someone we could have taken in the first year Rule 5 that we didn't, and I am gonna regret that decision for a long time to come. That is another Rule 5 with nobody available to us. This team is in a bad way. We're gonna end it here. I will see you guys in the next one. I will probably just sim straight to the draft and have us be good to go to kick that off at the beginning of next episode. We'll try to go through 2 drafts because, let's be honest, again, it's already December of 2021. It is going to be a long damn time before we are anywhere close. Michael Butcha. I know it's Waka for Schwarber. It's going to be a long damn time before we are anywhere near competitive and anywhere near following this team year in and year out. So I will see you soon. Eric Encarnacion, you are our only hope, sir. Oh, God.